Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki, Go Premanande. All glories to the Assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Shri Varahadeva Ki. Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki. Hare Krishna. So now, just Jai Radha Madhava, is that all? Oh, okay. Namaste Narasingaya Pralada Lada Dayane Hiranyakashipu Bhaksha Silatam Kanakalaye Tonra Singha Para Tonra Singha Yato Yato Yamita Tonra Singha Bahen Singha Ridayen Singha Narasingha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Tavakara Kamalavare Nakamadbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Ropa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Janra Singha Dev, Janra Singha Dev, Nrsingadev, Jai Nrsingadev. Jai Prahlad Maharaj, Jai Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, Jai Prahlad Maharaj. Nrsingadev Bhagavan ki, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki, Go Premanande. Can you please sing Jai Radha Madhava?
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Shodhanandana Brajijara Jara Yashodhanandana Brajijara Jara Yamuna Tira Varashari Yamuna Tira Varashari Jaya Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Yashodhanandana Brajijara Jara Yashodana Dana Brajajana Rajana Yamuna Tira Vanashari Yamuna Tira Vanashari Shayana Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Jaya Radha 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 Jaya Giri Govinda Giri Govinda Giri Govinda Jaya Giri Govinda Jaya Gaurari, 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 Jaya Gaurari. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Tita Gaurani Bo, Hani Bo, Hani Bo, Nita Gaurani Bo.
Radhanath ke, Shri Govardhan ke, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ke, Shri Nityananda Prabhu ke, Shri Nityananda Prabhu ke, Shri Nityananda Prabhu ke, Shri Varahadev ke, Go Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, devotees. How nice to be here with you all today on this wonderfully auspicious day. It's doubly auspicious, really. It's actually the appearance day of Lord Varaha. That's already special enough. But today here we're also celebrating the appearance of Lord Nityananda, which of course is tomorrow. But at the same time, this is for those of you who are sort of in the know here, those of you who know who's who in the Radharanath temple, today, devotees, is the 70th birthday of His Grace Jai Sachinandan Prabhu. I don't think he's here. But did you say 40th? 40th, okay. Anyway, that's nice. No, it's tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, it's tomorrow, sorry. Anyway, a build-up. So that's nice. But today, well, we had a class on Lord Varaha earlier this morning. So today we'll focus on Lord Nityananda. And particularly, we'll focus on really the mercy of Lord Nityananda, the special position of Lord Nityananda, his special importance to all of us. Yes, because he is just really very special. Very, very special indeed. So first of all, Jai Jai Sri Caitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Caitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Caitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we will begin, devotees, today by reading a verse from Caitanya Charitamrita. It's Caitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 16, verse 65. I'll just read it myself. Madhya Lila 16:65. And it's Lord Chaitanya speaking. Tahan siddhi karehena anye na dekiya amara dushkara karma toma haite haye. And the translation, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu continued. He's speaking to Lord Nityananda. You can perform a task that even I cannot do. But for you, I cannot find anyone in Gauda Desh who can fulfill my mission there. So this is Lord Chaitanya speaking to Lord Nityananda in Jagannath Puri, and he's in the process of requesting Lord Nityananda to go back to Bengal from Puri and take up the preaching mission again. Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan mission of spreading the chanting of the holy names and just giving people Krishna consciousness. So let me read part of the purport. There's an extensive purport, but I'll read part of the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Chaitanya's mission is to deliver the fallen souls of this age. In this age of Kali, practically cent% of the population is fallen. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu certainly delivered many fallen souls, but his disciples mainly came from the upper classes. For example, he delivered Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and many others who were socially elevated, but fallen from the spiritual point of view. Srila Rupa and Sanatana Goswamis were situated in government service, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was the topmost scholar of India. Similarly, Prakashananda Saraswati was a leader of many thousands of Mayavadi sannyasis. It was Srila Nityananda Prabhu, however, who delivered persons like Jagai and Madai. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya says, Amara dushkara karma, toma haite haye. Jagai and Madai were delivered solely by Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. When they injured Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya became angry and decided to kill them with his Sudarshan Chakra. But Nityananda Prabhu saved them from the Lord's wrath and delivered them. In the incarnation of Gaunitai, the Lord is not supposed to kill demons, but is supposed to deliver them by preaching Krishna consciousness. In the case of Jagai and Madai, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu was so angry that he would have immediately killed them. But Nityananda Prabhu was so kind that he not only saved them from death, but elevated them to the transcendental position. What's wrong with this thing? Something is wrong. Yes. So, Lord Nityananda Prabhu was so kind that he not only saved them from death, but elevated them to the transcendental position. Thus, and listen to this, devotees, Srila Prabhupada says, thus, what was not possible for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was carried out by Nityananda Prabhu. Similarly, and now this is really amazing, listen to this. Similarly, if one is true to Gaunitai's service in the disciplic succession, he can even excel Nityananda Prabhu's service. This is the process of disciplic succession. Nityananda Prabhu delivered Jagai and Madai, but a servant of Nityananda Prabhu, by his grace, can deliver many thousands of Jagais and Madais. That is the special benediction of the disciplic succession. One who is situated in the disciplic succession can be understood by the result of his activities. This is always true as far as the activities of the Lord and his devotees are concerned. So in that last little bit that we just read, the last minute even, Prabhupada says that someone who is true to Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda in disciplic succession can even excel Lord Nityananda. So who's that? Who's he referring to? He's not speaking to about one of us, I'm afraid. Yes, thank you. He's talking about Srila Prabhupada, who, just a sec. Thank you. Let us pray to the Lord. We will do microphone prayers. And hope for the very best. Oh, I thought you were all doing microphone prayers, but you're offering prayers to the deities. Hare Krishna. All right, yeah. So Prabhupada is really referring to himself because he delivered thousands and thousands and thousands, and even more than thousands, millions of Jagais and Madais, and people who made Jagai and Madai look fairly pious and nice. Yeah, so it's like that. But anyway, let's read the verse again because it's really wonderful. Lord Caitanya, Tahan Siddhi Kare Hena, Tahan Siddhi Kare Hena, Anye Na Dekiye, Amara Dushkara Karama, Toma Haite Haye. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued to Lord Nityananda, you can perform a task that even I cannot do. But for you, I cannot find anyone in Gauda Desh. Gauda Desh means Bengal, who can fulfill my mission there, in Bengal, that is. So Lord Chaitanya is in the process of asking Lord Nityananda to go back to Bengal to carry on the Sankirtan movement, which Lord Chaitanya had started before, but then just fairly recently, I mean, in relation to when this verse was spoken, Lord Chaitanya took sannyas. And then he left Bengal, he went to South India, and then he went to Jagannath Puri and he stayed in Jagannath Puri. And he visited Bengal a little bit, but just really a little bit, just for a few days. So Lord Nityananda, he's so special. He's really so special. And the principle behind his position in that regard is a very interesting principle that there are, it's actually quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are 6 principles of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshishyatiti vishvaso, goptritve varanam tata, atma nikshepa kalpanye, shadvida sharanagati. The 6 aspects of full surrender to Krishna are: 1, accept things favorable for devotional service. 2, reject things unfavorable for devotional service. 3, to believe firmly in the Lord's protection. 4, to feel exclusively dependent on the mercy of the Lord for one's maintenance. 5, to have no interest separate from that of the Lord. And 6, to always feel oneself very meek and humble before the Lord. So in this regard, in regard to Lord Nityananda's position, very special position, number 5 is particularly relevant, to not have any interest separate from the interest of the Lord. And what is the interest of Lord Chaitanya? The interest of Lord Chaitanya is to deliver the fallen, as we just read in the other verse just a few minutes ago. Lord Caitanya is Patita Pavan, the deliverer of the most fallen. And Lord Nityananda, he is in the mood of a devotee of Lord Caitanya. So whatever is the interest of Lord Caitanya, Lord Nityananda, being a devotee of Lord Caitanya, he accepts the interest of Lord Caitanya as his interest. What Lord Caitanya wants, Lord Nityananda accepts that as what he wants. So Lord Caitanya, his nature, his role, who and what he is, he's Patita Pavan, deliverer of the fallen. So Lord Nityananda accepted that. And he was absolutely dedicated to that, delivering the fallen. We just read what Srila Prabhupada said. He delivered Jagai and Madai. So, but the thing is, as Prabhupada said there, Lord Caitanya, he was delivering people who were fallen. Rupa and Sanatan Goswamis, they were born Brahmins, but they engaged in the service of the Muslim government, and they were not practicing Islam at all, but they were deeply involved in the activities of the Muslim government. They even adopted Muslim names and Muslim dress. So when Sanatan Goswami escaped from working for the Muslim government and he went to join Lord Caitanya, Lord Caitanya was staying in the house of Tapan Mishra in Varanasi. And Sanatan Goswami just turned up there totally unannounced one day. And he was sitting outside the house. And Lord Caitanya understood that my devotee is here, but he's outside. So he told Tapan Mishra, there is a devotee outside. Please invite him in. So Tapan Mishra went outside, and there was Sanatan Goswami dressed as a Muslim with a Muslim hairstyle, if you know what that means. Typically it means, in many cases it means hair, some hair, a beard, but no mustache. Oh, yes. Anyway, this is one of the kind of quaint practices of many Muslim men. A beard, but no mustache. So he was there, dressed as a Muslim, beard, but no mustache. And Tapan Mishra went out, expecting to see a devotee with tilak. But he saw Sanatan Goswami. He had no idea who Sanatan Goswami was. Sanatan was looking like a Muslim. And Tapan Mishra came back and said, my dear Lord, there's no devotee outside. There's just a Muslim mendicant. And Lord Caitanya said, invite him in. So Tapan Mishra invited him. As soon as Lord Caitanya and Sanatan Goswami saw each other, they embraced. And Tapan Mishra couldn't understand, why is the Lord embracing a Muslim? Anyway, that's something else. But the thing is here that Lord Caitanya, as Prabhupada said, he delivered so many people. But they tended to be a better sort of quality, a better category of person, scholars and people like that. But Lord Nityananda, he delivered Jagai and Madai and others who were in the same category. And Lord Caitanya, he had the opportunity to deliver Jagai and Madai before, because Jagai and Madai, they were sort of hanging out, sort of, you know, like if you've been living in Chatsworth for some time, for quite some time, you know what a corner boy is, right? You know? You know what I mean? Yeah, they were worse than corner boys, actually. So, but they were hanging out like corner boys, smoking daka and doing other things. And Lord Caitanya would walk by and they'd sort of taunt him. Oh, we hear you can sing nicely. Why don't you come and sing some Mangala Chandi Kirtan? You know what Mangala Chandi Kirtan is? I don't know if they do it here, but it's to Durga, Chandi. Chandi is a form of Durga. Yeah, come and sing with us. We'll do some Durga Kirtan. And Lord Caitanya would say nothing and just quickly pass by. So he had the opportunity to deliver them, but he didn't. And this happened a number of times. But then the encounter with Lord Nityananda happened. We'll talk about that shortly. But the thing is, my point was, and this is, the point is drawn out by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that Lord Nityananda had adopted the mission, the desire of Lord Caitanya. That mission, that desire was Patita Pavan, to deliver the fallen. Lord Nityananda adopted it so strongly. He just made it his heart and soul that he was delivering people who were more fallen than the people that Lord Caitanya was delivering. More fallen and more of them. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur makes a very interesting point. It's slightly esoteric, you might have to think about it a bit. But the point is that a person's foundational desire in life, this sort of defines the person. Who is the person? What is the person? People are defined in many ways by their desires, what is their mission in life. So Lord Caitanya was defined by his mission to deliver the fallen, therefore he's Patita Pavan. But Lord Nityananda, he was even more defined by that mission, by that desire. He was desiring even more strongly than Lord Caitanya. And he was doing it, delivering people who are even more fallen. So therefore, if we take it that the foundational desires of a person, the mission of a person in life, that's who the person is, what the person is. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Lord Nityananda was more one with Lord Caitanya then Lord Caitanya was one with himself. How does that sound? Do you get the idea? I mean, it's slightly esoteric, it's a fact. But still, it's just a very interesting point. He was so deeply, you could say, if you wanted, obsessed with this desire, this mission, because it was the mission of Lord Caitanya, that he delivered Jagai and Madai, and there were worse. There were worse. And tomorrow, maybe in New Jagannath Puri, we'll talk about some worse ones. But yes, it's really amazing. Lord Nityananda, he's such an important person. So, Narottam Das Thakur, our great Acharya and composer of wonderful Gaudiya Vaishnav songs, which we sing every day, he, in one of his songs, Gauranga Bolite Habe, he's praying to Lord Caitanya, when will the day come when I will chant the name Gauranga really from my heart, in order to help us appreciate if a person, how can you tell if a person has received the mercy of Lord Nityananda? To get the mercy of Lord Nityananda, to be delivered by Lord Nityananda, is really, really important. But how can you tell if you have got the mercy of Lord Nityananda? So, Narottam Das Thakur explains this in that song. There's one verse, the second verse. Ar kabe nitai chandir karuna hoibe samsara vasana mora kabe tucha habe. So Prabhupada comments on the song. We are all asking about the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda is supposed to be the original spiritual master. So we have to approach Gauranga, Lord Caitanya, through the mercy of Lord Nityananda. What is the symptom of a person who has achieved the causeless mercy of Lord Nityananda? Narottam Das Thakur says that the symptom of one who has actually received the causeless mercy of Lord Nityananda is that he has no more material desire. It's an interesting point, very interesting point. So what the verse itself says, to be like really, get into the detail, fine detail. The verse says, Ar kabe nitai chand karuna hoibe. Karuna, mercy, mercy. Ar kabe, when will I get the mercy of Lord Nityananda? When samsara vasana more. Kabe tucha habe. Tucha means insignificant, like effectively non-existent, but at most insignificant. So what's insignificant? Samsara vasana. This is a very interesting term. Samsara vasana. Samsara, of course, means birth and death within this material world. And vasana, you can take it to mean material desire, the type of desire which keeps you in samsara, in the cycle of birth and death. But actually, vasana is a little more subtle than that. Vasana means like in every species there is, let us just take a very, very typical example. In every species there is attraction to the opposite sex, isn't it? It is. In all sorts of species, you might find it improbable that the male and female genders could be attracted to each other, because from our point of view, they may look pretty ridiculous. But actually, they're attracted to each other. The male and female hippopotamus. Can you imagine? But they are attracted. The male and female rhinoceros. Oh, he has such a beautiful tusk. But really it's like that, and they get really worked up about each other. Although to us we think, this is just sort of weird. But it happens. So in every species, the attraction between male and female is there. Even the, just all the species. Just all the species. So that tendency, the general tendency that in whatever species you're in, you're going to be attracted to the opposite sex. That's called samsara vasana. In our human species, we have our own version of it. In the other species, they have their versions. But the fundamental tendency to be attracted to the opposite sex, even the cockroaches, can you believe it? I was shaving my head about an hour ago, and what should drop from the ceiling but a cockroach? One of the local cockroaches. Yeah. But the male and female cockroaches, they're attracted to each other. So that's samsara vasana. The fundamental tendencies in every species, they like to eat. In every species, they're attracted, they like to have some house of some sort. That's samsara vasana. It's not just our particular desires in this lifetime. It's on a deeper level. So, Narottam Das Thakur is saying, if you've really got the mercy of Lord Nityananda, then that general tendency to be attracted by these very fundamental material things, it'll become tucha, just insignificant, negligible. You can basically overlook it. That's the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So Lord Nityananda is very important to all of us, because we're trying to become Krishna conscious, but we have material desires. Do any of you have any material desires? Oh, we have one over here. Okay. Another one. You have. You can ask Smita Krishna Prabhu. He'll tell you what it's like. If you don't have any, if you don't know what it's all about. Samsara vasana. Sure. It's deep. It's strong, yeah. So Lord Nityananda, because he is just so much into this mission of delivering the fallen souls, even those who are just horribly fallen, like Jagai Madai and various others, and like some of us, he will go out of his way. He'll make a point of delivering people like that. Not just the sort of the sitting ducks, if you know what I mean. The pious Hindu people who, as soon as you say Hare Krishna to them, they say, "Oh, Hare Krishna." They'll just take to it quite easily. But the real hard cases, one of our devotees, I forget if I told you this the other week, but one of our devotees quite some years ago in Cape Town was just distributing books in the marathon, and she met a heavy metal young person who was like the real thing, if you know what a heavy metal person is. Do you know what a heavy metal person is? No? Never heard of it. Well done. Anyway, had long, greasy hair, all black clothes, crucifix upside down, and on his T-shirt, I think he had, "I love Satan." So he was the real thing, a bona fide heavy metal person. And she stopped him and gave him a book. And he looked at the book and said, "Yeah, all right." He said, "But haven't you got something heavier?" And she had a copy of Dharma, one of Prabhupada's books, Dharma. And in the center was a double-page spread of the Yamadutas dragging someone out of their body. The Yamadutas, they look like monsters. They're just like, super zombie types. And this young man saw this double-page picture. He said, "That's cool." And he took the book. So with all due respect to the heavy metal people, I think he was one of the more fallen ones. So that's Lord Nityananda's mission. Anyone, not just the easy ones. The easy ones, that's easy. But the more difficult cases, he goes out of his way. Therefore, devotees, here's an interesting point. Listen to this. Therefore, Lord Nityananda is considered the original guru, because guru means someone who's meant to have the mission of delivering, including delivering not just the sitting ducks, the ones who are easy to deliver, but the hard cases too, the ones who are really deeply entrenched in grossly sinful materialistic life. Actually, Lord Nityananda and Srimati Radharani, the two of them are considered the original gurus. I'll close in a moment by reading something from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta about Lord Nityananda and Srimati Radharani as the original gurus. Listen to this. The guru is the embodiment of the manifestation of the divinity to the pure spiritual, pure receptive spiritual essence of the disciple. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta's English is sometimes a little tricky. Anyway, the Guru basically gives divinity to the receptive disciple or devotee. Nityananda is the primary manifestive constituent of the divinity. Basically, Lord Nityananda is the main manifestation, the main form of the Lord. Nityananda alone possesses the distinctive function of the Guru. He's the original Guru. In Nityananda, the function is embodied. He is the servant God. He serves Lord Caitanya by the distinctive method of reverential servitude. He is identical with Lord Balaram of Krishna Leela. Balaram is not the chum of Krishna, but his respected elder brother. It is an intimate relationship characterized by being reserved on one side and having respectful deference on the other side. Yeah, you don't sort of become a loudmouth. You have to defer to what the Lord wants. Individual souls are under the direction of Nityananda. They receive their service to Lord Caitanya from his hands. Nityananda is not a jiva. He is the divinity. He is the ultimate source of the jiva. The jiva, that's us, the jiva, can be the medium of the service to the Absolute to another jiva. We can help other living beings to become devotees. The Absolute alone may communicate his service to his parts and parcels. This is the real nature of the function of the Guru. But Nityananda does not directly instruct in the confidential service of Krishna. Means the service in Vrindavan. He doesn't instruct in that. Srimati Radhika is the Guru of the inner circle of the servants of Krishna. Srimati Radhika, however, accepts the offer of service only of those souls who are specially favored by Nityananda and are deemed by him to be fit for her service. I don't know if can you follow that? It's kind of difficult English. The basic idea just here is that Srimati Radharani will only accept someone, accept to assist someone in becoming a devotee of her beloved Krishna if they're approved by Lord Nityananda. If they're not approved by Lord Nityananda, she won't accept them. There is therefore a most intimate relationship between the function of Nityananda and that of Srimati Radhika. Hare Krishna. So devotees, we're all from fallen backgrounds. Some of us are from more fallen backgrounds than others. I wonder who here is from the most fallen background. I think you'd have a pretty hard time competing with me. Anyway, I tell you what, my gosh. But anyway, none of us are from very good backgrounds. But by Lord Nityananda's mercy, we got the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada's representatives. So tomorrow is the appearance day of Lord Nityananda. We should really pray and pray to Lord Nityananda. Pray today to Lord Nityananda. Tomorrow, my dear Lord Nityananda, please be merciful, because even though I've been accepted in the association of devotees, but still I've got many disqualifications. It's true. We've all got many disqualifications, many shortcomings, which we need to deal with or have them dealt with if we're going to go back to Godhead. So by the mercy of Lord Nityananda and by the mercy of the spiritual master who's empowered by Lord Nityananda and ultimately by Radharani, we can make progress in Krishna consciousness. And we can become prepared for going back home, back to Godhead. That's the mission of Lord Nityananda, to deliver the most fallen, as he delivered Jagai and Madai. Because I mentioned how Lord Caitanya was moving around his area, and Jagai and Madai, they were around, they were there. And they would approach Lord Caitanya. Shri Radha Radhanath Shri Giri Govardhan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Just bear with us for 1 minute. So Lord Chaitanya would ignore them and just keep walking and just look the other way. But Lord Nityananda did not do that. He just walked up to them. He had already decided, I am going to give these two the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He wasn't trying to sidestep them or dodge them. He just walked up to them. And they asked. They were all drunk. They'd been drinking mainstay, plenty of mainstay, and drinking and smoking daka on the corner with the corner boys with their hats on. No, I don't know about the hats. And they asked Lord Nityananda, who are you? And he answered, he gave a really interesting answer. My name is Avaduta. Means an extreme renunciate. So they didn't like that. Particularly Madai. He thought, this man is being smart. He's trying to be clever with us. So he picked up a piece of a broken clay wine pot and just hurled it at Lord Nityananda and hit him hard on the head. So there was blood, lots of blood, all over the body of Lord Nityananda. And Jagai tried to stop Madai. But then Lord Chaitanya was informed. And Lord Chaitanya, because it's in the local area, Lord Chaitanya came out full speed. And he saw the situation. Lord Nityananda with blood all over him, all over his body. And Lord Chaitanya called out, Chakra, Chakra, Chakra. And the Sudarshan Chakra descended. And Lord Chaitanya was about to just kill both of them. But Lord Nityananda said, leave Jagai. He tried to protect me. So Lord Caitanya was about to decapitate Madhai. Jagai begged for mercy, then Madhai begged for mercy. But Lord Caitanya told Jagai, all right, I'll give you a chance. But Madhai, this is what Lord Caitanya said. Madhai's begging Lord Caitanya, be merciful to me. We were both sinners, but be merciful to me. I'll chant your holy name. Madhai, who attacked Lord Chaitanya's offering to chant. But Lord Caitanya replied, I cannot deliver you. You were responsible for shedding Nityananda's blood. So Madhai said, in your other incarnations you delivered so many demons. Why not me? And Lord Caitanya replied, your offense is far greater than those demons because you have hurt Nityananda. I'm revealing to you this truth, that Nityananda's body is more dear to me than my own body is. So Madhai appealed, so how can I be saved then? And Lord Caitanya told him, go and fall at the feet of Nityananda. And he did. He fell at the feet of Lord Nityananda. And Lord Caitanya said, listen, Nityananda, you must show him mercy. Because he was responsible for shedding your blood, so only you can forgive him. And Lord Nityananda replied, if I've acquired any piety due to devotional service to you, Lord Caitanya, then let all those pious results be given to Madhai. Yeah. So, in this way, Jagai and Madhai were delivered by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, although Lord Caitanya was going to destroy them. So therefore it said, that demon who was killed by Lord Ram would be given mercy by Krishna. But that demon who would have been killed by Krishna would have been delivered by Lord Caitanya. But that demon who would have been killed by Lord Caitanya would be delivered by Lord Nityananda. So devotees, that's our hope really, to take shelter of Lord Nityananda. By his mercy, get the mercy of Lord Caitanya. In this way, get the mercy of Radharani. Get the mercy of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ke. Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ke. Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ke. Hare Krishna. So, okay, I guess we all get up for the kirtan, for the arati. Haribol.